Lucario, Probopass, and Meganium. So a great team there, very spammy, great coverages. XCK Chris bringing Azumarill, Steelix, Quagsire, Golbat, and Venusaur. So this is going to be a huge play for that Venusaur, and it needs to watch out for the confusion from Jirachi and potential moveset from Mew. But Venusaur has the ability to take out that Swampert, take out the Meganium, take out that Probopass. So this is going to be interesting. Who comes out on top? Let's see how these battles go. Alright, moving into game 1, we have Azumarill versus Swampert. So, the key to this is if that Swampert has Sludge Wave. If it does, this is not looking too good for Azumarill. So, let's see if his shield does go up on XCK Chris's side. It is a Earthquake, however. Earthquake's still doing a decent chunk, so now we know the moveset of that Swampert. It's going to be Hydro Cannon and Earthquake. Ice Beam's now coming out from the Azumarill. This is going to chunk down the Swampert, but he does bring in the Mew. Now, this Mew moveset could be anything. It has so many potential moves. We are going to see the Ice Beam connect and the switch into Venusaur. Ooh, this is a dangerous game right here. Shield coming up. It is a Wild Charge. Okay, so we know it's a Wild Charge Mew with Shadow Claw as the fast move, but what is this second charge move? It's a Wild Charge again, going to be doing a decent chunk to Venusaur. He is going to have to fire off this Frenzy Plant. He can't take too many more of these Wild Charges from the Mew. So the Mew does go down. Now the third Pokemon comes in, and it is the Jirachi. Going to have to fire off this Frenzy Plant. Jirachi now going to be able to take out the Venusaur. Golbat's probably going to have to be the one to come in, or Azumarill here. Getting off the Ice Beam right here. This might force the shield on that Jirachi. Let's see. We do get the shield on Jirachi. Now he is going to switch to Golbat. But this Golbat, because of its poison typing, is going to get chunked by this confusion. This Jirachi is set up to take this thing down. However, he gets to a Doom Desire just before he has the ability to get off the charge move. That is going to take out the Golbat. So GG's. And the Azumarill now goes down to fast move. So game 1 goes to Ricky. Game 2, we have Quagsire versus Swampert. Quagsire's going to lose because of those Hydro Cannon spams. It's going to be able to outspam the Quagsire. We are just going to see Hydro Cannons flying out from Swampert here. Going to be doing half of Quagsire's health. He's going to answer back with an Earthquake of his own, though. This will do a decent chunk if not shielded. It is shielded, however, so this Swampert is just going to spam. We see the Venusaur come in and getting off the charge move here. He knows it could be Earthquake. He doesn't put up the shield. It is an Earthquake. That absolutely wrecks the Venusaur. Jirachi coming in to finish off on the fast move. What a play by Ricky right there. Quagsire coming in hoping to get off a charge move. He is going to get off the Earthquake here. Jirachi, being such a squishy Pokemon, would get absolutely destroyed by that Earthquake. And the Jirachi takes down the Quagsire, so only one Pokemon left on XCK Chris's side. It is going to be that Golbat, and as we know, the confusion is going to be chunking down the Golbat and the Dredcham and Alolan Muck that we saw from round 1. Moving right into the first match, we are taking a look from Tho Technical's side. Let's see how this first game goes. So we see the Flygon lead versus Toxicroak. Flygon being very spammy, having Dragon Claw and Earthquake, but we see the Togekiss come in, instant switch to the Fortress. That Togekiss's charm would absolutely destroy Dragon, so we are likely to see either an Ancient Power or Flamethrower right here. It is going to be Aerial Ace, actually, so there's a lot of different movesets you could have on Togekiss. Aerial Ace is definitely one of them. So, Earthquake coming in, the Togekiss is going to be shielding that. Togekiss again now. Going to be farming up, looking to do another Aerial Ace. We have a Heavy Slam coming in here on the Fortress's side. That is going to get a shield on the Togekiss. Now, will we see a second shield? We don't. So, Togekiss going to be using Ancient Power to finish off the Fortress. No buff from that Ancient Power, but we see Lapras now coming in. We see the Toxicroak coming back, and the Flygon's going to be coming in, looking to land this Earthquake. This Earthquake will be taking out the Toxicroak, but Togekiss can now come in and farm this Flygon for a lot of energy. But let's see what that last Pokemon is. So, Togekiss coming in, finishes off the Flygon, and Lapras now coming in with the Ice Shard, Surf, and Skull Bash moveset. We see a Surf being fired off from Tho Technical critical side. Now the last Pokemon is this Bastiodon, so he needs to go for this possible double Surf that we're going to see here. So that's one Surf getting off. We're going to see a second. Ooh, he doesn't have enough time to get to that second one to finish it off, so that is going to be GG's. Alright, moving into Game 2, we have Fortress versus Toxicroak. So Fortress definitely at a disadvantage here. Toxicroak going to be hitting with those counters and those Mud Bombs. Oh, let's see what happens. So Fortress building up for that Earthquake. If the Toxicroak doesn't shield this, it's definitely going to one-shot it. Toxicroak does put up the shield, and we are seeing Fortress being farmed here for energy, likely firing off the Mud Bomb here. That's going to do a decent chunk, and finishing off with counter. So Toxicroak is loaded with tons of energy, but we see Flygon coming in, instantly putting up the shield. Flygon, being a great attacker, is going to have to shield because it is very squishy. As you can see, these counters are chunking away. He's going to forego shields here, and the Toxicroak will be firing off a Sludge Bomb to take out about a third of Flygon's health. Dragon Claw coming in on Flygon's side to this Toxicroak. This will finish off the Toxicroak, but we still see two Pokemon left on Shadow's side. So let's see what he decides to come out with. He's going to come out with the Togekiss, so ready for that. Lapras comes in now with that Tentacruel, going for the Skull Bash here instead of Surf. Needs to be able to take out this Lapras. Another Acid Spray coming through, and we see the Lapras going down. Flygon now coming in, but a charge move coming from Tentacruel again. This is likely going to be Acid Spray, and then Togekiss will be able to finish up with one fast move and a smile on its face. So, Game 2, very well played. Alright, so we see the Flygon versus Togekiss lead, so this is really bad for Tho Technical. He needs to get out of there. Shadow, having that great call on the lead, is now going to bring the Toxicroak into the Fortress and going to be able to farm away. But will he put up a shield for this Heavy Slam, or is he going to beat it? So he puts up the shield, which is fair enough. You can still farm down this Fortress. He is going to be putting some pressure with the Mud Bomb here. Mud Bomb does connect, takes Fortress down critically low. However, he's able to get off a Heavy Slam last second. This is going to take out a good chunk of Toxicroak's health. Toxicroak having no health now. Let's see what Tho Technical decides to bring in. So he's going to bring in the Flygon again. So the Flygon, foregoing shield, Sludge Bomb is connecting, and we are going to see the Togekiss come in. So Tho Technical is going to have to really switch fast to the Alolan Muck, otherwise he's going to be in a lot of trouble. So we get the fast switch, and we see Tentacruel versus Alolan Muck now. So poison on poison, this is going to be a really interesting battle of how this plays out. So Alolan Muck going for the Dark Pulse here. That is going to do a decent chunk of damage to this Tentacruel, getting off a second Dark Pulse. Ooh, things aren't looking too good for Shadow as the Tentacruel goes down, but Togekiss does come in, and it's going to start farming Alolan Muck because of that Dark Type. He's going to be doing a decent chunk. He's going to have to shield this Sludge Wave coming in. That would have one-shot the Togekiss. Again, Flygon coming in. It doesn't matter how many shields you have. Togekiss is going to destroy this Flygon with Charm, and he knows that. It is GG's. Very well played. So as we see there, a great performance from Shadow. That Togekiss was clutch for that round, and now we see a tie in the series. It is 6-6. Things are even across the board. Let's then move into the next match. So this next match, we have Elesa Nobile versus XCK Chris. Elesa Nobile having those clutch plays with Whiscash, and XCK Chris looking to come back strong with that Quagsire and Venusaur play. Alright, moving into this first match, we are looking from the point of view of Elesa, and she is looking to lead with that Whiscash. Whiscash versus Quagsire. This is a great matchup between the two. Looking to Mud Bomb spam right here.
Huh?
Now going to be doing tons of damage to each other.
Probably because of the neighbors.
To just start chipping away. Quagsire having a unique means that fighting type.
Well,
Keona,
we're still in
crucial when it comes
that.
to
Well, yeah.
Pretty much any thing will work.
Vigoroth loaded on energy versus a Steelix, and a Thunderfang Steelix as that. So we're going to need to see a land on this Bulldoze. The body slam going to be coming through, hoping to get that last shield. Because she'll go for another body slam here. And then likely switch to Whiscash. So Whiscash coming in on the charge move. She is going to go ahead and let it go. It's going to be that Stone Edge. Very good call on the bait there, not being an Earthquake. We see now Mud Slam, Mud Bomb spam right here coming from Whiscash. Gonna look to farm up the Quagsire. Likely invest a shield right here. No shield coming through. The Earthquake does connect, taking a ton of damage. She is going to have to go for the Mud Bomb right away on whatever is coming in right here because of the amount of health that she doesn't have. So, Mud Bomb flying away on the Golbat. No shield coming in on Chris's side. So, we see the Melmetal coming in. Now that Quagsire's off the field, Claydol's coming back in. We see the swap back into Vigoroth. Ooh, one last shield right here. This could be enough. Okay, foregoing the shield, gonna bring back in the Melmetal to finish off the Claydol with a Rock Slide, and then have the shield still for Golbat because Golbat still has 2 shields, guys, and he's gonna have to Rock Slam spam right here. So, the first shield going down. Now, is this going to be a Poison Fang or Shadow Ball? It is going to be a Poison Fang, so great call by Elisa for not shielding right there. Now, this next charge move, again, is a guess Shadow Ball or Poison Fang. It is a Shadow Ball, though, so chunking down a ton of health. Now it's going to come down to the wire right here. We're going to have to land this next Rock Slide to break the shield. It's going to be a race to the charge move. Who can finish off first? Oh, wow, okay, the Air Cutters finishing off, or the Air Slash is finishing off the Melmetal there. Very good game, and we're going to move into Game 3 now. So we're seeing a lead change from Elisa's side. She's going to be leading with that Noctowl. Noctowl versus Golbat. Alright, so a flyer off. Golbat bringing that Poison Fang Shadow Ball, as we know. But we see the swap into Quagsire, so we now see the counter swap in with Vigoroth. Shields are probably going to have to start going up later on in this fight. The Stone Edge going to be doing a decent chunk of damage to Vigoroth, but Body Slam spams are going to be coming in from the Vigoroth side. As we see, they're just going to be chunking away with the additional damage coming from counter. Likely a shield coming up right here to protect the Vigoroth, and then look to finish off with counters. Just farm away on this Quagsire. Ooh. Tons of stored energy on this Vigoroth, knowing that the Golbat coming in, going to be coming back in with a double Body Slam right here. One Body Slam connects, a second one coming in, but will she switch back out? She decides to stay in it and probably let the Vigoroth go down. Now, Vigoroth did an amazing job right there. Back-to-back Body Slams did connect, and we see the Melmetal likely coming in right here. The Melmetal does come in, and Claydol is left. So, not looking too good on Elisa's side with the Claydol in with 2 shields. But she does have Noctowl with a ton of stored energy, able to get off this Sky Attack now. And Noctowl going to be able to resist the ground-type moves coming from this Claydol. So, it's just a matter of bulking down the Claydol with Noctowl here. So, as we see a charge move, Melmetal coming back in, able to land the Rock Slide just in time, and then look to finish off that Golbat in the back. And Golbat goes down in dramatic fashion. So, GG's, very well played, and we're going to move into the next set of battles. So moving into the final round, or the final match, I should say, of round 2. The score is 7 points to Alliance 1 and 8 points to Alliance 2, so it is a very close tie right here. But we have Ricky 1990 versus the Nut. The Nut having some great Zwellios play that we saw in round 1, and Ricky, an absolute monster and terror with that Swampert. So let's see how they handle these set of battles. Alright. Getting into game 1, we are taking a look from Ricky 1990's side, and we see the Lucario lead right there. So Lucario making his first debut into that Zwellios. The Zwellios is going to be weak to counter, and the Nut knows that he has to get out of there. Blaziken coming in, but now the Swampert is going to be coming back in kind. Lucario lost a ton of health there from the counter, so Blaziken getting off the blast burn there, taking out a ton of health from the Swampert, and if Blaziken wants to, it can shield right here and finish off with fast moves on counter. Ooh, wow, that Blaziken coming in clutch and is weak to 2. Oh man, this is not looking good. Blaziken is looking too sweet right here. The Nut going absolutely crazy with this Blaziken. He knows it. He knows he can shield right here. So we are likely to see a shield on the Blaziken. Nope, no shield. Okay. Alright, so Blossom coming in now. So Blossom with that Razor Leaf still going to be chunking down a Lucario, but let's see if a shield comes up on the Nut from this power-up punch. We do see a shield, and Razor Leaf just going to be finishing off Lucario. So wow, GG's, very well played that bait. Blaziken coming in clutch right there. Moving into the second match, let's see how it goes down. So Lucario lead versus Zwelios again. So the same lead. The switch comes in. It's Blossom this time, but he swaps in Swampert to Blossom. Oh no, he thought it was going to be Blaziken. Wow. So dangerous when it comes to having Pokemon on your team that are weak, extremely weak to the fast move of the enemy, because your switches may be wrong right there. As we saw a poor switch coming in on Ricky's side, thinking it was the Blaziken again, but in fact it was Blossom, causing him to go into Swampert for the counter. Ooh, tough. It's going to be a tough comeback here for Ricky in Game 2 versus the Nut. The Nut, being a fantastic player, is going to try to capitalize on this match, as we see here, just wanting to chunk down with Razor Leaf. Rock Slide coming in on Probopass's side. That is going to finish off the Blossom. 2 shields still up. Zwelios is in play. A Rock Slide coming in. And the last Pokemon on Ricky's side is going to be that Lucario. And we see the swap into Lucario. Zwelios going to be getting off this Body Slam right here. No shield on Ricky's side. And the last Pokemon being Blaziken to finish up. Oh wow, what an anchor. Absolutely smashing the competition right there. Blaziken being the MVP for the Nut in this set of 3. So GG's in Game 2. We're going to move into Game 3. So the Nut 2-0.